Here's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Farming is more than a livelihood. It's a legacy. Simplot was founded by a hardworking farmer like you over 90 years ago, and we've been growing America's farms for generations. With local crop advisors grounded in your success, Simplot Grower Solutions is in your fields and by your side. We dig in deep to pinpoint what you need, where you need it, when you need it, even when the forecast is unpredictable.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home. Now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Do you want to join one of the oldest established organizations in Fort Pierre? Perhaps you are more interested in protecting the future. Whatever your position, the Fort Pierre Volunteer Fire Department is for you. We are responsible for fire protection in Fort Pierre and Stanley County. Become part of this amazing team by stopping down at the fire hall and discussing enrollment. We are not just limited to adults, as we have a new cadet program for students ages 14 to 18. For more information, click on our banner ad on the homepage. From everyone at the fire hall, go Buffs!
Out here, you'll learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a recarpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology, you'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
Generational success means different things to different people. But to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
WindCircle, operating since 1995. We combine quality customer service and experience with the right technology to meet your needs. Our cybersecurity certified technicians will make sure your systems are secure. Services offered are video and data cabling, service and support contracts, cutting-edge camera systems to door security devices. WindCircle has many hardware options: Dell, HP, Cisco, SonicWall, and Ruckus, to name a few. Our staff has over 30 years of combined network design and cabling experience at your disposal. Call us today, 605-224-1111, and request a free quote. Again, that's 605-224-1111.
We welcome you into the Bank West pregame show. I'm Justin Cowart, coming to you live on this Tuesday night from Parkview Auditorium in Fort Pierre, where we are getting set to wrap up the regular season with the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes welcoming in the Jones County Lady Coyotes. It's a gorgeous evening outside in Fort Pierre. Sun is setting, but inside a perfect 72 here as we close out the regular season and get set for the postseason. Stanley County looking to snap a losing streak here tonight against a very solid opponent in Jones County, who sits at 16-10 on the season. Before we go any further, we want to give a big thanks to all of our great sponsors who make broadcasting high school volleyball on KGFX tonight possible. Of course, our friends at Bank West, who sponsor our pregame show. at the, if you're listening live on KGFX, a reminder, we've got multiple games going on across multiple airwaves on any given night, including like tonight, 3 volleyball matches across River 92.7, KGFX, and KPLO. Go ahead and download the DRG News app to make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Also, a big thanks to our friends at Access Health, Pioneer Country Mart, Moore Building Center, Murdo Family Foods, First Fidelity Bank of Draper and Murdo, Avera Health, First Dakota National Bank, Access Health, the Stanley County Booster Club, Xander Auto Parts, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Birding Electric, and Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. Well, a lot of folks made their way from the Jones County area. Not a far drive and a perfect night to head down to Fort Pierre to watch some good high school volleyball. And the folks that are still making their way and listening on KGFX in the car on your way, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to slow the drive, arrive alive. You've got someplace to be. Well, let's take a look at both of these teams and how they got to this point. As we mentioned, Stanley County looking to snap a bit of a losing streak that they've been on. Their last win came October 9th against Cologne. Since then, it's been all losses, only one truly competitive loss, but they sure have played some good talent over these past couple weeks. Their last loss to 15-11 Highmore Herald in 3 straight sets, but a competitive 3 sets at that. Stanley County was in all 3 of those sets. It was just some good placement and some good kills by Highmore Herald that would earn them the points necessary to get the win. That was on the 24th. On the 21st, they lost to an outstanding Kadoka area team in 3 straight sets. Before that, they went to 5 with Dupree. A thrilling 5th and final set went Dupree's direction, 17-15. Before that, it was a loss to Sully Buttes in 3 straight sets and to Todd County in 3 as well. We mentioned their last win was in 3 sets against Cologne. They took it 25-9, 25-11, 25-18. They're looking to recapture some of that magic here against the Jones County Lady Coyotes, who have been on a good run over these past couple weeks. Of course, they're trying to round into form come postseason time. They coming off of a 3-set win against Cologne, very similar in those statistics in terms of set numbers that Stanley County had against Cologne. Before that, a 3-set loss to Lemon in bracket play. They would take 2 from Faith in their bracket play match before losing to 24-5 Lemon. They would win against Pine Ridge, win against Douglas, all in that same pool play bracket at the Douglas High School, in which they held that invitational. They too lost to Kadoka area. Seems like a lot of teams are doing just that this season. They would fall in 3 straight sets. They would win against Lyman in 3 straight sets. Before that, 3 against Dupree. And it was also another loss to Kadoka area earlier in the month of October. But for these 2 teams wrapping up the regular season here tonight, there's one left on the docket before they look ahead to postseason play. Now, it has been said that the postseason brackets should be released either tonight or tomorrow morning. And make sure you stay tuned to drgnews.com to see where all the matchups will be from around the state. And we'll be sure to get you all the information on our broadcast coverage as well, as we're going to be following some of these Central South Dakota teams on their trips through the playoffs. And speaking of playoffs, we've got more high school playoff football coming up Thursday night. A full slate, 4 games for you across KMLO, KPLO, Star 99, and River 92.7. We'll have a broadcast schedule for you released as well. But it is that time of year where everything gets more and more important. And Stanley County would love to piece together a couple nice sets here tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about what they can do in our Buff Nation Keys to Success. But first, let's meet our game officials before we tell you the law on the court. Let's hear from the law from the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
And our great officials tonight, some recurring guests here in Parkview, Justin Peterson and Angie Kinsley. They will be officiating and keeping the law down on the court, and they are sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. Well, we've got more to get to in our Bank West pregame show. We've got our keys to success upcoming. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups, and we'll get this thing underway on a perfect Tuesday night for some volleyball on KGFX and streaming live on drgnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West insurance agents Sam Kenneke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance and Pier. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
This broadcast of the Jones County Coyotes is brought to you by Murdo Family Foods in Murdo. Murdo Family Foods is your friendly, hometown-affiliated grocery store with everything you need and many things you want. The folks at Murdo Family Foods would like to thank the community for their continued support, and they're always happy to serve you. Murdo Family Foods, proud sponsor of the Jones County Coyotes.
Access Health Fort Pierre welcomes new and established patients, offering chronic and acute care for all ages, including evaluations for illness and injuries, immunizations, lab testing, wellness exams, and DOT and sports visits. Same-day appointments are available, and most major insurances are accepted. Good luck this season, athletes, from Access Health Fort Pierre, assuring access to quality health care.
Moore Building Center in Murdo is your full-service small-town lumber and hardware store. They have free estimates on all of your building needs, including showplace cabinets. Moore Building Center now offers quality farm and ranch products from Max Steel. Bale feeders, steel feed bunks, continuous fence, and everything Max Steel has to offer. Moore Building Center is here for all your home, farm, and ranch needs. Proud to be a family business in the Murdo community. And best of luck to the Jones County Coyotes from Moore Building Center of Murdo.
At First Dakota, we don't like to brag about ourselves. So when Forbes named us South Dakota's best bank again, we faced a dilemma. Thankfully, we have the state's best customers, so we're happy to brag about them instead. After all, they inspire us every day. The farmers, the business owners, the families. Without them, we'd be just another bank. So thank you to all of our amazing customers. We wouldn't be here without you. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
We're one day away from the spookiest day of the year, but it is Halloween themed night here inside of Parkview. And you know what? If I had to take a guess, our great technical director and producer back in the studio, Haley Hansen, it wouldn't be surprised if she's decked out in a Halloween costume tonight. There's some spooky faces, some good costumes here inside the building. And one of these two teams is going to be happy trick-or-treating tomorrow with a win under their belt. Stanley County will certainly be fighting an uphill battle against a good Jones County team here tonight, but the vibes are high for the Lady Buffaloes. It's parent night and senior night, and two great seniors recognized for the Lady Buffaloes in Brianna Sargent and Brecken Hubner. They got their moment under the spotlights, received their flowers, got to take a picture with their parents, and all the Lady Buffaloes got to see their parents down there before the match on the floor. However, there was a little bit of a special segment held for Miss Brecken Hubner, who achieved her 500th kill of her career in the last match. So they made her a nice little banner, got to get her out on the floor all by herself and let her soak up the moment. So congratulations to Brecken Huebner on a very accomplished career as a Stanley County Lady Buffalo. Why not go out in style in your last regular season game and pull off an upset win here in front of the home crowd? We're about 5 minutes away from getting first serve underway. So let's introduce you to our starting lineups here tonight. As always is customary, we'll start with the visiting Jones County Lady Coyotes. And we'll see a couple different names out on the floor here tonight, but mainly the starters will be junior Sunny Valberg standing at 5'9", freshman Aubrey Tucker, who stands at 5'7". Depending on if they're serving or receiving, we'll see either Brianna Askey at 5'10", a sophomore, or Natalie Seeley, a 5'6" senior. Mallory Bernard, a senior, along with Addison Rankin, will both be starting. Rankin stands at 5'10", Bernard at 5'7". JC Jensen stands at 5'7". She's a junior, and she will be starting as well. Lady Coyotes are led by Shelly Schweigert and Maria Bernard as the assistant coach. And for the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes starting lineup, we'll see a rotation of some different names. Of course, we'll certainly see Brianna Sargent, Austin Norman, and Brecken Huebner. Jerea Walker will definitely see plenty of floor time, as will Addie Deal. We'll see Mila Keefe check in on some serves. We'll see Lainey Mastler also checking in on some serves. We saw her production and her minutes kind of increase over the past couple of matches for TJ Dragus, the head coach. Of course, Timber Hansen will be along the back line trying to field some of those kills as she can cover a lot of ground. And we'll see some more bench players, of course, and we'll fill you in as they check in. But as always, we'll remind you that the Lady Buffaloes are led by TJ Dragus and assistant coach Caitlin Huebner. The Jones County Coyotes are in their road whites with numerals in blue outlined in orange, with Coyotes stretched underneath the numerals on the back, black bottoms, and all white shoes for the Lady Coyotes here tonight. Stanley County, they haven't unveiled their uniforms because they've got the black pullovers on top. So we'll see what they break out closer to first serve, and we'll let you know what they're decked out. And I think Austin Norman's given us a little peek into the kits for Stanley County tonight. They've got the whites with Stanley County in purple outlined in gold across the chest, and the numerals in purple outlined in that Stanley County yellow as well. All right, let's get to our Buff Nation keys to success. Before we talk about what both teams need to do to get the win tonight, let's hear a word from our great friends who sponsor our keys to success. We're in the building for Buff Nation.
Buff Nation is proud to support and serve area athletics and the Stanley County Buffaloes this season. Buff Nation never stops giving back, and you can become a valued member today with memberships starting at $30. Membership fees include Buff Nation decals, discounted ticketing to events, free concession stand items, and so much more. If you are interested in becoming a member of Buff Nation, please contact Tate Gabriel at 605-222-5537.
And the keys to success tonight for the Lady Buffaloes. We feel like we say it every single time, but we've been seeing it in action. Good communication is what Dragus wants to see on the floor from her squad. She wants to hear a lot of talking. And you kind of see a precursor to that in the JV matches. It is very vocal. All these girls are communicating very well with each other, shouting out where each pass is going next, where the set is, and who's going to be taking it. Another key to success that we saw a little bit more in that Highmore Herald match than we saw against Kadoka area is getting Brecken Huebner and Jerea Walker and Addie Deal their touches at the net. When they get good sets, they are hard to stop and hard to block, and we see a lot of kills, and there's a reason that Brecken Huebner has reached 500 kills in her career. It is because she is a dominant force up front, standing at 6'2", and when we saw her involved against Highmore Herald, she, Jerea Walker, and Addie Deal were a huge reason that Stanley County stuck around for so long and made those 3 sets so invigorating to watch. So we'll have to see if they can kind of get that correlation, that rhythm built up again here tonight. Of course, it's kind of the the straw that stirs the drink for Stanley County in Timber Hansen. She covers a lot of ground along that back line, is responsible for most of the first touches, and she is a key contributor for Stanley County. Now, she kind of is one of the generals out there on the floor. She sees everything playing from that back line as the team's libero. And they rely on her a lot to get a clean first touch so that girls like Carly Brady can set up Brecken Huebner and Walker and Addie Deal, who can just simply jump through the rafters. And for Jones County, what are their keys to success tonight? They just need to play their game. They have got some outstanding talent and a couple of seniors that have led this team to this point in the season. They are key on communication as well, but good passing, good setting, and all of the favorite buzzwords that volleyball coaches use is what Schweigert is looking for tonight. Now, don't let this record for Jones County at 16-10 fool you. I personally believe they are a much better squad than that record would have you believe. They have played some of the top talent across the state this year, played in a good bit of invitationals, and gotten some good hard work under their belts, and they're going to rely on that here tonight. Well, they're about to announce the starting lineups down on the floor and sing our national anthem. So we'll step away to pay our respects to the flag. When we come back, it's time for First Serve here on a Tuesday night as we wrap up the regular season on KGFX and streaming live on drgnews.com ahead of the Buffaloes and the Coyotes live on drgnews.com.
We're passionate about.
Check out Iverson Auto in Mitchell or Huron for great deals and top-notch service. Iverson Auto has it all, from the knowledgeable sales and finance teams to the experienced parts and service teams, plus the best detail shop in the region. Iverson Auto, 77 plus years in our community, locally owned and operated. We have always been here and always will be. Stop in for your next new or used ride or use one of our professional services at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron, or browse our inventory online anytime at iversonauto.com.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern Experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive, through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
Do you have a new pair of jeans or a favorite shirt with a small tear or hole? Or your winter coat has a broken zipper? Don't throw them away. Call Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery in Fort Pierre to have your items fixed as good as new. They also provide hemming, other sewing services, as well as custom embroidery for a truly professional look and design. Lila Briggs Sewing and Embroidery is a proud supporter of all Stanley County school activities and wishes the student athletes the best of luck in the school year.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Large or small projects, whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Holiday skip payments are back. This is Julia with Oahe Federal Credit Union. The holiday seasons are right around the corner. With all the traveling and holiday shopping, the costs can build up. That is why Oahe Federal Credit Union is offering our members the chance to skip your loan payments for a small fee for the months of October, November, or December. In return, we will donate a portion of those proceeds to a local charity. Oahe Federal Credit Union, 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre.
Well, I sure hope we're in for a thriller. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. I'm Justin Cowart, getting you set for some Tuesday night high school volleyball between the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes and the Jones County Lady Coyotes, as we are moments away first serve. As both starting lineups have been announced and a good crowd on hand, especially in the student section. They have shown out in droves all season long here inside of Parkview. So good to see them full again here for the final regular season matchup. This building won't be used again, I don't believe, until basketball season with Joey Fisher gets his team going. Of course, the ladies will be playing some hoops as well, and we'll have coverage of just about every Stanley County basketball game on KGFX all season long. Excited for that. They're set on the floor. We're up here in the corner overlooking this beautiful hardwood court. Stanley County on the far side and Jones County here on the near side. If you're watching on drgnews.com, that's a big thanks to Brian Menning, who's working the camera tonight via live ticket. And if you're just hearing me at all, that's big thanks to Haley Hansen, who's keeping us back up in the air and playing all of our Halloween-themed music here tonight. As the Lady Buffaloes back in their regular jerseys, as the pink jerseys will be put away until next season. No, they raised a great deal of money for breast cancer awareness and just cancer awareness across the board. So great job by the Lady Buffaloes, their families and friends. We're doing some fun things too. They got some squares that you can buy in on. I got a couple squares, going to keep my fingers crossed, but all money going to a great cause. As Carly Brady will serve to start, and we are underway here in Parkview. Diving dig to start here for Sonny Valberg as it swung across. Another diving dig to repay the favor by Timber Hansen. Carly Brady swings it, but it falls just short of crossing the net. And Jones County will start with the first points of the evening. We're bringing you scores off our Wegner Auto scoreboard. And I believe it'll be J.C. Jensen to serve. It's kind of tough to tell when they walk underneath the awning of this mezzanine. Timber Hansen's first touch just kind of rockets the direction of Carly Brady. Brady got a hand on it, but it popped it over the net here to the near side and out of bounds. So it's 2-0 in the early going here for Jones County. 16-10 on the season are the Lady Coyotes, as this serve is fielded by Timber Hansen. Hubner in the middle with a kill, but it's dug out beautifully by Valberg. Pushed across by Addie Deal. And at the net, trying to pop it over the head of Brecken Hubner, and doing so successfully is Aubrey Tucker. She kind of fooled Hubner, got her up in the air, and then softly swung it across. Hubner, as she was coming down, played the touch off to her left, just short of Addie Deal. So now it's 3-0 Jones County. The service fielded by Addie Deal, played by Brady. Third touch by Deal midway between the net and the back line, back across. Jones County on the return, blocked by Hubner, and it falls in. Fair territory, and Hubner has got her first kill and block of the evening. And that's 3-1, and the service goes back to the Lady Buffaloes and Austin Norman. Norman with a flat-footed approach, sends it across beautifully. Valberg with the first touch, swung across and through the outstretched arms of Brecken Hubner and Brianna Sargent goes Brianna Askey. Perfectly placed, great peripheral vision there from Brianna Askey. She was kind of parallel to the sidelines, perpendicular to the net, just kind of used her left eye to find the space, and it's followed up by an ace from Aubrey Tucker. So they found some space and then found an ace, and the Jones County Lady Coyotes are out in front 5-1. Another nice serve, kind of handcuffs Timber Hansen along the back line. She thought about going underhand, then switched to the overhand. And that little pause caused a mistouch, and another ace for Aubrey Tucker. Her second in as many tries. Make it 3 as that one handcuffed Addie Deal. Caught her midway up the arms, right off the bicep shoulder area, and then careened into her chin. 7-1 quickly, Jones County. Looking for that backline ace, but just a bit too far for Aubrey Tucker. She serves with the right hand. It caused some left spinning action. And it did have some down force spin to it, but it just didn't travel downwards soon enough as it clips off that back line and out of play. Brecken Huebner heads to the service line and angrily watches that float into the net and heads to the bench. Very uncharacteristic from Huebner there. She's been working on that serve and getting better by the week. Sure, we'll see her bounce back from that one. Meanwhile, this serve is returned by the Lady Buffs and Jerea Walker. Strong kill, blocked at the net, now dug out by Norman and played across by Addie Deal. Now dug out by Valberg. Sent back Valberg's direction. She kills it off the hands of Austin Norman. Really nothing Norman could have done about that. That was such a strong kill from Valberg. You just stick your arms out and hope that you pop it up in the direction of a teammate. Timber Hansen along the back line plays the serve. Smart play by Carly Brady, swinging it across on the second touch. Now forced back across by the Coyotes. Play by Hansen, second by Norman. She swings the Coyotes' direction, setting up in the middle, popping it over the head of Walker, but a diving dig by Sargent. Pancakes that save, gets it over to Deal, and Brady swings it across. Valberg with a kill. Dug out by Brady. Played by Sargent. Third touch by Norman. The Coyotes' direction. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Lady Coyotes, but they're somehow able to get to it. Addison Rankin fits it in the back left corner some way, somehow. And this is not to disparage Addison Rankin, but I think she could try that 10 more times, maybe only do it twice. Perfectly placed shot off her back foot, gets it to drop in play. And it's 10-2, make it 11-2, Lady Coyotes. Addison Rankin with an impressive stretch here. Still just can't figure out how she got that one to fit in the back left corner along the line and get it to trail away from a chasing Timber Hansen. Serve was returned by the Lady Buffs. The kill is blocked at the net from Sonny Valberg into the hands of Jerea Walker, but too much tension on it, and it bounces out of play. 12-2, and Agtegra timeout taken by TJ Dragoset and the Lady Buffaloes, and we'll be back in 30 seconds with a word from Agtegra.
Xander Auto Parts.
Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a re-carpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology. You'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierce, South Dakota.
For over 70 years, Pitts
Agtegra timeout. Acres Ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. Here on the Wegner Auto scoreboard, 12-2. Jones County out in front. And it's been a couple of just kind of mind-bending points from Addison Rankin. She has made some unbelievable plays here in the past few minutes. It's really impressive, her vision, but also her calm, cool, and collection under pressure. And she's back at the line to serve. She's coming off of an ace. And this one's dug out by Hansen. Addie Deal with a kill, but it's blocked partially at the net. Gets to the back line, played by Jones County. Swung across. Hansen setting up Walker. Walker with a two-handed push across. In the middle, Rankin with a kill. It's somehow dug out by the Lady Buffaloes. I thought the point was over, but some great effort shown. Stanley County side keeps it going. Carly Brady with a mistouch, saved by Hansen for the moment, but she collides with Austin Norman and sends it in the direction of the student section. Good effort shown by Carly Brady and Brianna Sargent as they chased it down, but to no avail. It's 13-2 Jones County. There's one thing you never see a shortage of out of Stanley County. It's that A-plus effort. His serve is sent towards the back line off the first touch by Austin Norman, and a bit of misfortune as Timber Hansen sent it to the front net. Brianna Sargent tried to swing it across, and it caught the little divider that is dropped down at mid-court to split the floor in half. As this serve goes long for Addison Rankin, her first blemish of the evening. Back to that point previous. Unbelievable save from Austin Norman, Timber Hansen, and Brianna Sargent, but when it hit that mesh divider up top, it sent it back Stanley County's direction, but nothing they could do about it there. Mila Keith on to serve. Nice serve by Keith, returned by Jones County. Played by Brady, over for Addie Deal on the far side. I'll tell you what, Jones County is doing a fantastic job slowing the momentum of some of these kills down. Jerea Walker in the middle. That one is blocked at the net, but out of play. Off the hands of Mallory Vennard. And Jerea Walker with the kill gets it back to Mila Keith. Stanley County trailing by 10, looking to cut into this first set deficit before it's too little too late. Keith with a slight pause now delivers the serve, and it flies past the outstretched arms of Maggie Dowling. And they're going to say that it clipped ever so slightly the sleeve of Dowling and traveled out of bounds. So point Stanley County. It's now 5-14 on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Keith with her third straight serve, played by Dowling, but directed towards the Jones County bench. Somehow saved by Vennard and played across, but out of bounds. I'll give the Jones County bench credit. They were ready to catch Mallory Vennard if she came flying in, and she was close. She ran out of real estate, and Stanley County on a bit of a run here. Mila Keith with a low line drive serve, catches Dowling right in the chest. And give that ace to Keith. She is lighting it up from the service line. 7-14. Cutting it down to a 7-point deficit is Keith, trying to make it 6. Catches Addison Rankin off guard, but it's played across by Jones County. First touch by Hanson, second by Brady. Far side kill for Deal is true as it falls in front of a diving Sonny Valberg. Maddie Deal didn't put a lot of pace on that kill. She put more placement on it than anything else, right into that no man's land in the midst of that formation for Jones County. And they cut it to 6, but Mila Keith's serve floats a bit long. Aubrey Tucker lets it sail. And Aubrey Tucker has also had a very successful and productive first set. Just a freshman plays with a much higher IQ than at the freshman level. But of course, at the end of the regular season, these are no longer freshmen. You can essentially say they're sophomores. Plus, they've been playing this game their whole lives. That FR is just a symbol. Austin Norman pushes it across. Jones County trying to set up Bernard on the kill. Saved by Timber Hanson. Set up for Walker in the middle. Right-handed dig is successful for Sealy, but she had side spin on it, and it floats out of play. And don't look now, but Stanley County is back within striking distance. This was a 10-point deficit, now just 6, and Addie Deal at the line to serve. Deal's right-handed serve finds net. And if there's one part of Addie Deal's game that she is striving to get better at, it's her work at the service line. She's constantly talking to her coaches, constantly talking to her teammates, getting helpful tips. Just proves she is working tirelessly at it. She just got a little note from the sideline there. She makes her way to the bench. Meanwhile, on the floor, Jones County drops one in front of Timber Hanson to make it 17-9. And Mallory Vennard at the service line trying to wipe away a little bit of momentum that was created by the Lady Buffs. Right-handed serve played by Sargent in the middle at the back line. Carly Brady swings it and sets up Jerea Walker, but Walker was falling away from it, sent it into the net. And the lead is back to 9 for Jones County. Bernard from the smack dab middle of the back line sends it across for Sargent. Austin Norman's kill is blocked at the net. Good work from J.C. Jensen and Aubrey Tucker. Two nice players there. Tucker at 5'7". As this serve is played by Sargent. Brady trying to swing it and set up Jerea Walker. Does so nicely. Walker swings. Played in the middle by Sonny Valberg. Third touch for Austin Norman is pushed across. Trying to set up Aubrey Tucker in the middle. Timber Hanson there to claim the return. Jerea Walker with the kill. Dug out by Dowling. Played at the net and rolls right back into the hands of Jerea Walker. A good point from Stanley County. They're now trailing by 11 after another loss. Mallory Vennard has the hot hand at the line here for Jones County. Austin Norman returns the serve on the third touch. Jensen Setting up Valberg in the middle, and so much pace on that kill. Just kind of careened off the top of the hands of Timber Hansen in the wrong direction, away from the net. Nobody could get to it in time, and Jones County just 4 points away. Bernard still on the serve. Played first. And now swung back across by Jones County. Emerson Forrest has checked into the match. She tried to set it the direction of Timber Hansen. Timber Hansen could not get to it. Has the speed, but just ran out of space. Bernard with a quick serve, feeling the rhythm up to the line quickly. And this return is into the net for the Lady Buffaloes. And Jones County has reclaimed all that momentum. It was built up by the Lady Buffaloes 23-9. Bernard with another nice serve. Played first by Hansen. Touched across by Walker. Right back to Walker. She climbs the elevator shaft and drops it down for the point. And yes, they will award it to Stanley County. So nice work by Jerea Walker. Sometimes the softest touch is the best option. She used it to her advantage, so Stanley County stays alive. Trailing 23-10, trying to stay away from that first set point. Forrest Diggs pushed up to Huebner, who's back in the game for the Lady Buffaloes, and quickly getting to work at the net. Blocked by Norman, sent back by Brady for Norman. She swings across. First touch by Bernard, sent across by Jensen, and blocked by Huebner. That's the kind of production that Huebner can deliver. I was a little bit shocked to see her spend as much time on the bench as she did, but of course, that's the reason TJ Dragoset is down there and I'm up here. She's got a plan. As Hansen sends the serve across, near side touch, clips the top of the net, sliding dig by Austin Norman. Carly Brady swings it across, but it's out of bounds and brings up set point here for the Lady Coyotes. So it'll be Sonny Valberg to serve. Try to take set one, but they're going to have to earn it a different way as this serve floats long. Traveled about 5 feet too far. Now Carly Brady will serve. Now sporting one extra 2 on that jersey from the breast cancer awareness pink tops that they had earlier this month. Running towards the back line is Bernard. Had to play the first touch with her back to the net. Kill is too strong for Jones County, and it's 13-24. Stanley County trails. Carly Brady. It would be a momentous comeback if they could piece this 11-point deficit back together. And that's a good start for Carly Brady, who gets the ace off of Valerie Bernard. So even if you don't win this first set, but you go on a little bit of run here, you can carry that momentum over. We talk about how big the first set is, but equally as big is tying it up in the second set. Carly Brady with another nice serve and another ace. Back-to-back aces. That's a good hand for Carly Brady. If she can strike the turkey, she's cut it back to a single-digit deficit. 24-15 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Brady's serve is just a bit long. And that's how the first set will conclude. 25-15 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Jones County takes set one. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes with set number 2. You're listening to high school volleyball coverage live on KGFX and streaming live on drgnews.com.
As a cooperative, has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitts Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's a particular kind of joy when people come together. It's really nothing like it. And isn't it amazing in that magic moment how all the distance between us, all the obstacles, just disappear? Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most.
Dreaming of a perfectly manicured property? Or maybe just making those weekend chores a whole lot easier? Grossenberg Implement has the answer. Right now you can get special low-rate financing on powerful and versatile John Deere compact utility tractors. Large or small, we've got them all. And they do it all too. From mowing to tilling to landscaping and hauling. Visit your local or go to grossenberg.com for low-rate financing on compact tractors.
Cork Ears helps.
Set lead on KGFX for Jones County. I'm Justin Cowart. I've got the great camera work, Brian Menning, and the great technical direction and production of Haley Hansen back in the studio tonight. First point of set number 2 is underway, and it is quickly ended by Aubrey Tucker with the kill. 1-0 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Final regular season match for both of these two schools before the postseason. J.C. Jensen with the 1-0 lead on the service. Set up in the middle. Nice kill by Aubrey Tucker, but a nice dig by Timber Hansen. The return is put into the net by Addie Deal to make it 2-0. Stanley County showed some good fight there in set number 1 after falling behind 14-4. As Addie Deal returns, dug out. Mallory Bernard along the back line, pushed across, clips the net, sails out of play. First point for Stanley County in this second set. They fell behind 14-4. Would have been easy to fold, but they fought back. Some good serving by Mila Keefe. Got them back in the match, but Jones County reclaimed the momentum. Some beautiful plays from Addison Rankin, Sonny Valberg, and Aubrey Tucker assisted that first set win for Jones County. Another kill. Curves in for Addison Rankin. Man, has she been impressive. She doesn't do it with a ton of power, but her placement is near perfect. She just sees an open spot on the floor and hits it where the Lady Buffaloes are not. That made it 3-1. And make it 3-2 after Aubrey Tucker sends the serve into the net. And this ain't soccer chants starting up from the student section of Stanley County. Austin Norman on to serve, trailing by 1. Set up here near side is blocked. It was Sonny Valberg on the kill. The block was by Brecken Hubner, but it floats out of play. Point Jones County. It's always fun watching the different pre-serve routines from different players around the state. But you never get tired of watching Brecken Hubner drop in another kill. That gets Stanley County back within 1. 3-4, they trail on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Brecken Hubner heads back to the service line, trying to avenge her first and only serve from set number 1, which was an error. This one will be played. Played first by Askey. Set up in a beautiful job, just floating it over the head of Jerea Walker and Austin Norman. That was the work of Mallory Bernard. Just kind of saw Walker and Norman raising up, softly laid it over, and let physics do the rest. Natalie Seeley, the senior, on to serve. Sends a left-handed bullet across. Returned by Walker on the third touch. Stayed by Rankin. Pushed back across by Sonny Valberg. Played by here on the near side. Again, if you're listening on KGFX, the Lady Buffaloes are on your driver's side. Jones County is riding passenger with you. Here tonight, Mila Keefe back on to service. Put together some good work here in the first set for Stanley County and continues it in set number 2. This one's popped back across by Jones County. Stanley County trailing by 1. Addie Deal looking to tie. It will be returned back into the net from Seeley. Couldn't be played up by J.C. Jensen. And we're tied at 5. We talked about that late little push there by Stanley County, even though they still lost set 1 by 10, but maybe picked up a little momentum in the meantime. And they're playing with some momentum, but Nyla Keefe sends that serves long. She is distraught. She can't believe it, but she shares a laugh with some of her teammates, and that's always good to see. Keefe will check out. Brianna Sargent will check back in. Mallory Vennard on to serve, and the return set up for Jerea Walker in the middle, but she sends it a little bit too far, and that'll make it 7-5 Jones County. Bernard still on the service, sends a soft floater in the direction of Timber Hansen. Second touch by Brady. Killed by Deal, but dug out by the Lady Coyotes. Beautiful job there by Addison Rankin to keep this point alive. Kill set up and executed beautifully by Sonny Valberg. Gets it by a diving Timber Hansen. You know, they've beaten Timber off to her right, our left, in that near side corner on the far side of the floor. And I think she was starting to just kind of fight that way a little bit, and they put it back behind her. And that's that great vision that we've been talking about. Up front, nice work by Aubrey Tucker to lay it down in front of Carly Brady. She goes up and over the net without touching, and Brady, she couldn't defy physics on that one to get it back over. Jones County, with their biggest lead of this second set, gets a little bit smaller after the service error from Mallory Bernard into the bottom of the net on the right side. 9-6, Stanley County trailing, but on the service, and it will be Emerson Forrest. Forrest sends one across. Beautiful side spinning serve with some English on it. Made it hard to handle for Natalie Seeley. And we have cut back into 2. Forrest with another serve. This one sends Mallory Bernard to the back line. Played nicely. Blocked at the net on the kill from Aubrey Tucker. Good work from Walker and Brady. But again, so much momentum on the deflection that it carries it out of play past the back line. You're in the right place at the right time, though, if you're the Lady Buffs. Just kind of piece a couple points together. Emerson Forrest along the back line with the first touch, sent it a bit too far. Wow, a little bit of the worm action going on in front of the Jones County bench from Maggie Dowling and Aubrey Norman. First worm we've seen this season. Austin Norman with a kill and a beautiful piece of misdirection. The way that Norman rose up and kind of her body language looked like she was going to try to kill it across the net, but she actually went to her left. A little bit of snake eyes, cuts it down to 3. Timber Hansen on the serve. This is what Stanley County wants here. Kill at the net. That one floats and will catch a piece of the line. Tough call to make for our flag official here on the near side. A little bit blocked out by the tower. Thought that one may have crested a little bit far from the line, but we stand with the call on the court, 12-8 Jones County. And J.C. Jensen serving, first touch by Forrest. Brady has to travel over a few steps to get to it. Set up Norman in the middle, but Norman overran it. So it's 13-8. Jones County back in front with their new largest lead of the set. Hansen backs up to field the serve. Plays up for Brady. Pushed across by Brecken Hubner. Hubner flat-footed does it nicely. Returned and dug out by Timber Hansen. Norman sets up Brady. Brady swings. First touch by Valberg. Setting up Tucker. Tucker swings it across. It's pinned up against the net, and diving is Brecken Hubner to save it. Swung across. Jones County feeds it in. Timber Hansen gets to it. Hubner trying to set up Norman. Norman with a two-handed push across. Now Tucker setting up Addison Rankin, saved by Hubner, pushed across by Norman. A marathon point in the middle. Brianna Askey dug out by Sargent, pushed across by Brady, and on we go. Tucker trying to set up Rankin in the middle, and Rankin drops it in front of a diving Austin Norman. And that Long volley comes to an end in favor of Jones County. Man, I felt like we were watching that World Series game again last night with how long that point lasted. Great play from both sides. 14-8, Jones County out in front. Huebner trying to change the trajectory of this set. Can't do it with the long kill. 15-8, Jones County. J.C. Jensen now serving. Hansen traversing over to her right. Fields it. Plays it up for Brady, who swings it cross court to Huebner. Pushed across by Tucker. Blocked again by Brady, but they'll say a net violation against Jones County. That Stanley County will stop the bleeding. Good work by Carly Brady up front at the net. A bit undersized when she's battling it out with Addison Rankin. It's about a 7-inch size difference between the two, but Carly Brady held her own. As this point continues on, forced to Brady. Brady sets up Norman. First touch there by J.C. Jensen. Now a long extended arm swing by the Lady Coyotes. Huebner climbs up in the rafters and slams it home. Gorgeous kill from Brecken Huebner. Now we've got some photographers in the building. I hope they got her at her apex, because that would be a great volleyball card. If they were going to make something like a baseball card, that's the one that Brecken Huebner should put. And Carly Brady can add a little piece of memory for that one with the ace as it clips the near sideline. She had a look on her face like that's not where she intended for that serve to go, but nobody will ever know, Carly, what a placement. And they cut the deficit to 4. Stanley County just trying to stick around. As Kill blocked at the net at first. Brianna Sargent there to claim the deflection. Swung across by Norman. Back for Mallory Vennard. Set up in the middle by Jensen. And the kill is true for Aubrey Tucker. I think come postseason time, that's something that is going to be important for Stanley County if they want to try and stay alive. It's just staying in these matches. 16-11, but Stanley County not giving up. Brecken Huebner sliding to 2 knees, plays it off the net, but out of bounds as it bounces up into the stands. Somebody going to be leaving here with a souvenir tonight. 17-11, Jones County out in front. This kill is sent wide by Mallory Vennard, maybe her first blemish of the evening. That's the deficit back to 5. And no, unfortunately, they do not let you take the volleyballs home, but some fans do get to get some miniature volleyballs from the starters before each match. I've been dying for them to throw one up here into the crow's nest. As the kill gets through the outstretched arms of Huebner and Sargent. Add another one to the tally total for Mallory Vennard. That's 6 by my count, which of course my stats are unofficial. Addison Rankin, who's had a nice night here for the Lady Coyotes, heads to the line, leading by 6. 18-12 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Brady setting up. Brecken Huebner in the middle. That's played by Jensen. Another kill is dug out by Austin Norman. Carly Brady sprints back to the back line to save it. Plays it up for Huebner, who gets it across. J.C. Jensen trying to set it up in the middle, but it's a bit too far out in front of Sonny Valberg. And Stanley County again cutting it to 5. Brecken Huebner will serve. Has had some more success at the line here in the second set compared to the first. This serve will float towards the back line for Dowling. Played up to the net and blocked by Walker. Kill intended by Sonny Valberg, but Jerea Walker rose higher, got the block, and cuts the deficit to 4. Huebner with a deep breath. Sends it across, forces Tucker to backpedal. Jensen sets it up for Mallory Vennard, but her kill floats a couple feet too far. And it's a 3-point deficit now for Stanley County. This is what we were talking about, just staying around, trying to find little pockets of stretches you can go on to keep these sets close. That's exactly what the Lady Buffaloes have done here in set 2. Addie Deal trying to keep the momentum going. That's blocked momentarily. Dug out by the Lady Coyotes and sent across by Mallory Vennard. There was nobody there to claim it. Brecken Huebner and Carly Brady standing on either side of that ball as it came in. Kind of looked at each other like, Well, nothing we can do about it now. Natalie Seeley trying to seal off this set number 2. 6 points away are the Coyotes, but they've got the Lady Buffaloes nipping on their heels, trailing by 4. Austin Norman with a two-handed shove across, but it spins out of bounds in front of the Jones County bench. And it's 20-15. We don't have a halftime, but you will hear a word from our friends who sponsor our halftime shows on KGFX from CHS River Plains. They kill it with their sponsorships, and Jerea Walker kills it there. Gets the serve back to Stanley County. Adds another kill to her tally. And now Mila Keefe at the line. Keefe's first serve does what it can't and finds the net. Extends the deficit back to 5, 21-16 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard, and Mallory Vennard at the line to serve for Jones County. High twirling serve sends Brianna Sargent to the back line. Norman with the second, Addie Deal with the swing. J.C. Jensen been busy trying to set up Sonny Valberg. They found a lot of success with that duo tonight, and another victim of the falling net in the middle of the court as Addie Deal watches it bang off that mesh netting in the middle, right at midcourt above the floor, and falls down on Stanley County's side. That's the second time we've seen that tonight. Not the second time we've seen a Mallory Vennard ace. She adds another one to her total, and it's 23-16 Jones County, 2 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 set lead. Sargent plays the serve, but everybody on Stanley County's side was looking for somebody else to take the second touch. Nobody did. And now Jones County with set point number 2. Actually, set point number 1, but looking to win set number 2. As Jerea Walker trying to keep it alive. Diving dig and saved by J.C. Jensen. Jones County swings it. Carly Brady setting up Walker, and Walker gets the kill. That one died right in front of Mallory Vennard. Always feel bad for CHS River Plains on these volleyball matches. No true halftime for them to get their shine. Emerson Forrest on the serve, sends Seeley backpedaling. Seeley plays it, and Jones County swings it. Sargent with the second touch. Jerea Walker comes in to get it back across. Nice dig there by Brianna Sargent. Good block at the line by Walker, but it falls inbounds on the Stanley County side. And set number 2 goes to the Coyotes. 25-17 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. We'll be back in 2.5 minutes with set number 3. You're listening to high school volleyball coverage live on KGFX at drgnews.com.
Stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. Core Cares, proudly serving our community.
Service Master of Pier is your go-to service experts for a wide variety of cleaning needs. Since 2003, we have developed the most effective methods and products to service virtually every type of industry. We're known for our exceptional carpet and upholstery cleaning, but did you know we also offer cleaning of all types of flooring, along with providing fire and water restoration, commercial cleaning, janitorial services, and construction cleanup. Service Master of Pier is a proud sponsor of TF Riggs Governors and Lady Govs, as well as Stanley County Buffaloes and Lady Buffs activities.
Most people don't think about their furnace until it's not working, but we do. At Pite Service Experts, we are trained to see what others miss. Airflow restrictions, pressure imbalances, heat exchanger flaws. That's how we catch little issues before they become cold nights and costly repairs. Because keeping your home warm takes more than just a toolbox. Our certified technicians will get your system running at peak condition. Call Pite Service Experts for our special $99 precision tune-up today. Call 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Or with a British accent. Schedule your mammo with an Avera Breast Center at avera.org/breast or call 888-422-1410.
Fourth here for the third set of this best-of-5 matchup between Stanley County and Jones County. Justin Cowart, we've got the great Brian Menning working the camera tonight. Haley Hansen back in the studio, and a 2-0 Jones County lead as Carly Brady gets set number 3 underway. And this kill is too long there from Addison Rankin. And it's Stanley County up 1-0. They haven't won the first point of a set yet here tonight, so this is a good start for Stanley County, who hopes to keep this match alive. If you want to win the match, you got to win the first set. At least get your first set under your belt. Nice serve by Brady. Will be pushed across. Initially deflected by Hubner. Great save by Norman. Norman gives it back to Hubner. Hubner sets up Norman, and Norman comes through with the kill. A lot of Hubner-Norman action between those two down there. Blocked by Hubner, dug out by Norman, played by Hubner, and killed by Norman. 2-0 Stanley County. Carly Brady with another nice serve. Somehow kept alive by the Lady Coyotes. Unbelievable play from Bernard and Valberg. And they're going to get the point all because of that save. Mallory Bernard came sprinting back right into the corner underneath us. Stuck the right fist down. Somehow directed it in the direction of Sonny Valberg. And Valberg with her bat to the net and her foot on the back line. Got it across. Got the point. Hubner with a push across. Stanley County still out in front 2-1 on our Wagner Auto scoreboard. And we're tied after a beautiful kill there from Addison Rankin. She has had some kind of night. Mallory Bernard will check out. Tenley Bernard will check in. Senior Bernard for freshman Bernard. 2-2 tie. J.C. Jensen on the serve. And we've got a rotation violation against Stanley County. Angie Kinsley making sure she's got her chart organized to make sure that everybody's where they need to be. It's the first one of those we've seen tonight, though, so it's been pretty organized outside of that. Back to work goes Jones County. That kill will clip the back line. Nice work up front. Brianna Askey, part of that point. J.C. Jensen with another serve, this time long. And Stanley County is back within 1. So Austin Norman will serve here for the Lady Buffaloes. Norman likes to favor right down the middle of the floor. Gives her options which direction she wants to go. And she stays true to that line. Played by Tenley Bernard and pushed across. Diving dig, pancake for Timber Hansen. Carly Brady gets it across. Norman with the first touch. Brady trying to set up Deal. Deal with the kill. And that one is true. That's almost up into the broadcast booth up here off the deflection from Tenley Bernard. That just gives you a peek into the power that Addie Deal possesses. That's the closest. You know, we had one foul ball fly into the broadcast booth during the Oahe Zap season. That's the only time we've gotten a projectile during an event from the playing surface. That was almost our second. And I will have you know I caught that foul ball. As Austin Norman's serve was dug out by Tenley Bernard. Played up, kill, saved by Carly Brady. Norman setting up Deal. Deal pushes. Beautiful save by Tenley Bernard. Second touch by Tucker. Swung back across by Valberg. Brecken Hubner in the middle. Trying to get the kill. It's blocked at the net and falls to the floor in front of Jones County. Aubrey Tucker was there for the block. Nice job going toe-to-toe with Huebner, but Huebner gets the best of that battle, and Stanley County steps back out in front, 5-4. Norman with a kind of a knuckleball serve, no rotation on it whatsoever. Didn't have that forward spin that can dive into that back line as it floats long, and we're tied back up at 5. And on to serve is Aubrey Tucker. Had a few aces here tonight. 3 by my count for Tucker, and another kill for Addison Rankin. Austin Norman was in perfect position, but nothing she could do about that devastating Rankin power. There's another serve, this time to the near side by Aubrey Tucker. Played first by Norman, second by Hanson, pushed across by Deal. Dug out by Askey. Beautiful setup in the middle for Tenley Bernard, but Bernard gets too much behind it. I have been really impressed with J.C. Jensen's setting ability. She is really putting Aubrey Tucker, Sonny Valberg, and Addison Rankin in some very profitable positions. She just kind of puts it on a tee for her teammates, and you couldn't ask much more from a setter. Here's Brecken Huebner on the serve. We're tied at 6. Jensen with another nice set and another nice kill for Addison Rankin. Rankin floated up, just kind of looked down at the floor, saw a little bit of pocket of space right in front of the official's tower, and just directed it right there where no Lady Buffalo could get to it. And now Rankin will serve. She's got some good forward spin on that service. Addie Deal rises up for the kill, but the net gets in the way, and it's 8-6 Jones County. Addison Rankin with a couple extra dribbles and serves. Timber Hanson down to one knee, digs it out. Carly Brady sent it Jerea Walker's direction. Jerea with her back to the net. Gets it across. But it's out of play. So Rankin with another serve. Dug out by Sargent. Played across, not across, into the net by Austin Norman. So the biggest lead of this third set for Jones County, 10-6 on our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Rankin still serving, but this time gets a bit of a miss hit. Low line drive trajectory right into the net. Stanley County now within 3, and Mila Keefe off the bench and to the service line she goes. Keefe, a 5'8" sophomore, checked in really for her serving prowess. A key asset for TJ Dragaset, but the announcer's jinx is true as this first serve for Keefe goes long, and she'll head back to the bench. Dragaset trying to get Mila Keefe more involved, and we're seeing more from Lainey Masteler. Masteller's come in, a freshman, just at 5'6", but has come in. And it's been fun to watch Masteller play, too, because she has been getting coached in the match by some of her teammates, just trying to help her get the right placements. But that's just building this program for years to come. It is another nice kill by Jerea Walker as she floats it into this near side coffin corner. Maggie Dowling doing her best to chase it down. But when you see Masteller come in and get some of that coaching from some of her teammates in live time, you're just kind of seeing, it'll be fun in a couple of years to watch Masteller be teaching some other freshmen the same thing she's learning here. This one blocked at the net on the kill by Zunny Falberg. It was blocked by Jerea Walker. Only problem was it fell right into her lap. She caught it on the way down after she blocked it. Can't do that. 12-8. Jerea Walker with a funny look on her face, the expression of, look what I found here. As this serve is played first by Deal, second by Sargent, up towards the net. Brady swings. Another beautiful set by Jensen, and another beautiful kill by Aubrey Tucker. I know that Aubrey Tucker and Sonny Valberg and Addison Rankin, they kind of get the spotlight with all of their beautiful kills and placement, but it's J.C. Jensen who's putting them in these great positions. As Norman swings, played by Dowling. Jensen with another beautiful set and a kill, but blocked up front by Jerea Walker. Walker on the third touch, swings it across. Another nice block at the net. This time it earns a point for Stanley County. Carly Brady and Jerea Walker stay with it. They get the block, and it was initially blocked by Jerea Walker, immediately bounced off to the left, rolled across the top of the net, and then fell in on the Jones County side. As Walker's serve is pushed across in the direction of Austin Norman on the far side. Brady setting up Hubner. Hubner with the kill. Great effort from Aubrey Tucker. She slid along her backside to get to that ball. Nothing she could do about getting it up and over. That was another prime example of Brecken Hubner doing what she does best. She eclipsed 500 kills in her last match against Highmore Herald, and she's adding to her total here tonight. Carly Brady trying to save this one, sliding across. She's helped to her feet by Brianna Sargent with a big hug. 14-10, Jones County leading here in set number 3, going for the clean sweep here on this Tuesday night to close out the regular season. And that will help the cause for Stanley County as Sonny Valberg sends it into the net for the service error. It's now 14-11. Stanley County trails, and Carly Brady will serve. Brady with a couple hard slaps of the volleyball down into the hardwood, getting the feel, and now sending it across. Played by Tenley Valberg, set by Tucker, and swung by Rankin. Beautiful diving dig by Timber Hansen, gets it up to Hubner, who also had another nice diving play. This one forced across the net by J.C. Jensen. She gets it to clip the top of the net, take all the momentum off, and it falls in front of Hubner and makes it 15-11 Jones County. Stanley County just trying to stick around, stay in this set, keep it within striking distance. Is Brady trying to set up Sargent. Sargent comes charging forward towards the net, somehow gets it over. Addison Rankin. Now there's another kill for Rankin. Sargent was there for the block, but it got nipped her left thumb and then fell back down behind her. Rolled down the back, grazed the numbers, and fell in for the 16th point of this set for Jones County. Brady at the net. Underhanded pop finds its way into the netting. J.C. Jensen serving for Jones County, leading 17-11. Stanley County's got to stop this momentum, and it won't start on this play as Brianna Askey gets the kill in front of Hubner. Hubner with the attempt. It was blocked by Askey, and she gets the point, and we've got an Agtegra timeout taken by TJ Dragasset and the Lady Buffaloes. We'll tell you what Agtegra has to say when we return in 30 seconds. It's 18-11. Jones County out in front. They've got a 2-0 set lead. See if they can close it out. We'll be back in 30 seconds with a word from Agtegra after this break.
More than a livelihood. It's a legacy. Simplot was founded by a hardworking farmer like you over 90 years ago, and we've been growing America's farms for generations. With local crop advisors grounded in your success, Simplot Grower Solutions is in your fields and by your side. We dig in deep to pinpoint what you need, where you need it, when you need it, even when the forecast is unpredictable.
That acres ahead can maximize your farm's earning potential straight from the start. Contact your local Agtegra cooperative today. 18-11, Jones County leads here in set number 3 on KGFX. J.C. Jensen at the line for the Coyotes. Our service played first by Addie Deal. Hubner rising up. What a block at the net by Brianna Askey. Point continues on. Pushed across by Hubner. Rankin set up in the middle. Traversing and getting to it is Brady. Sargent trying to set up Norman. Norman forces it across, but it twirls out of bounds. Brecken Hubner with the most intimidating rise at the net. And Aubrey Tucker and Brianna Askey rising up. Mainly Askey getting in front of that and getting that block. Shows a lot of confidence. Beautiful touch here by Addie Deal on the swing back across. I think Addison Rankin was waiting for that one to come in with a little bit more heat, but Addie Deal drops it in with some touch and earns the 12th point of the set for Stanley County. Now Austin Norman trying to go on a bit of a run here with the serve. Oh, nice snake eyes move there by Jensen at the net. Gets it across, almost catches Huebner with her head looking the other way. As the point continues on, it's Aubrey Tucker who gets the kill. Jones County has done a nice job at the net, sending it the direction that Stanley County does not anticipate it going. The misdirection touches and kills for Jones County have been mounting, and they have been plentiful. As this one is dug out by Timber Hansen, Norman does whatever she could do to play that first touch by Hansen. It darts across to Addie Deal. Deal couldn't get it across, and Jones County now just 4 points away, leading 21-12. Another nice serve, but another nice dig by Hansen. Played at the net by Brady, but she was essentially underneath the net when it got to her. And that'll go as an ace for Aubrey Tucker. Add it to her total. My count 6. Now for Tucker on the evening. Looking to make it 7. Norman digs it out. Huebner at the net with Mallory Bernard, and Bernard gets the better of that exchange. It was like they both kind of met with the ball on their hands at the same time. And Bernard just forced it to the right. Here comes another serve and another nice one for Jones County. Swung back across, and the girl doing all the serving gets the first touch. Played back by Seeley. First touch by Valberg. Pushing it at the net. Good calm play here from Jones County. Played across by Rankin. Dug out by Deal. Deal gets it back. Kill. Dug out by Valberg. Played up by Bernard. At the net. Rankin. Can't get it across. And it's point Stanley County. That was a fun point right there. Sonny Valberg just kind of shows all the calm, cool, and collected nature that I think Coach Swigert could hope for. Just continues to set up her teammates in good spots. This kill's too long for Mallory Bernard, and Stanley County has cut it to single digits. And at a good time, too. They're 2 points away from seeing this match come to an end. 14-23 is the deficit. Huebner at the line serving, trying to keep it going and keep the ball on that side for the Lady Buffs. Rankin with a kill, blocked by Walker, but falls on the own side for Stanley County. And it's match point number 1 for Jones County. Rankin at the line, trying to put away the Lady Buffaloes here to close out the regular season. Beautiful dig by Deal. Keeps this match alive, but it's forced across by Jones County, and that's the way it'll end. 25-14 in set number 3, and that's a final. Stick around for the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show. We'll recap the scoring. We will hand out our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game t-shirt, and we'll look ahead to the postseason. All that and more in the Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg post-game show on the other side of this break on KGFX.
Dr. Ryan and his team.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Being a part of a community means sharing the history and future of the people all around you. For 115 years, First Fidelity Bank has been doing just that, helping you get the most out of life by providing the services and tools you need, the conveniences and technology you want, and the friendly faces you expect. So you get everything you need right here in the place you call home. Now and for many years to come. First Fidelity Bank.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Do you have a pest problem?
Hello, I'm Justin Cowart, welcoming you back into the broadcast booth on this Tuesday night, wrapping things up from a 3-set victory for the Jones County Lady Coyotes as the regular season is in the books and postseason is on deck. Let's take a quick look at some scores from around the state. Miller currently leading Highmore Herald 2-0 over on KPLO. Wall is leading Timberlake 2-0 as well. Kadoka area and Lakota Tech in a in the first set, but looks like Kadoka area going to take set number 1. Parkston leading Burke 2-0. Mount Vernon Plankinton is leading Sanborn Central Woonsocket 1-0. Harriet Selby area currently trailing Aberdeen Roncalli 2-1. Hitchcock Tulare leading Washington Springs 3-0. Well, not leading anymore. That set and that match is over. And Hitchcock Tulare is going to get the win. Over earlier today on River 92.7, the Pierre Governors fell to Brookings in 3 straight sets. And don't worry, we'll have all the final scores from around the state for you on the local sports page tomorrow morning on drgnews.com. Well, how about this one? It was 3 sets and 3 wins for the Jones County Lady Coyotes. A great day from a lot of faces across the floor. Before we get to that, it was senior night and parent night here for the Lady Buffaloes. And as the Stanley County Lady Buffaloes embark on this postseason, we did want to give a shout out to Brianna Sargent and, of course, one of the main leaders in this senior class. It's only made up of 2 players. It's Sargent and it's Brecken Hubner, and how much they have meant to this program over the past couple of years, even back into the middle school years. You know, it's hard for a player like Brecken Hubner to be kind of, and Brianna Sargent to be put into words, but I think it was put pretty well in the pregame when Brecken Hubner was awarded with her banner for 500 career kills, a true milestone for Hubner. And Brianna Sargent has played her role extremely well as well. She's an important piece to this team, and I know it's kind of minimal, but standing at 5'8", she's one of the taller players out there too, and they rely on her as much as they do Brecken Hubner. So congratulations to those 2 on outstanding Stanley County careers and a great senior night, and they're going to get to play a little postseason volleyball as well. So their season, while regular season is over, postseason is just beginning. Now, as we look ahead to the postseason, we won't know the matchups for sure until at least tomorrow morning. They said they may be out tonight, but we'll certainly be out first thing tomorrow morning. Once we get those matchups, you'll get those matchups. So make sure you stay tuned to the local sports page at drgnews.com. We'll make sure to fill you in on where each team will be, who they'll be playing, what times, and where you can follow along with our broadcasts. All right, let's dive into this one. Stanley County hung tough in this match. It's very reminiscent of their Highmore Herald match, in which They didn't win a set, but they were in each and every set. And Jones County got out to some large leads here in sets number 1 and number 2. There was even a point in which they were leading set 1 14-4, but Stanley County stayed persistent. They cut it down to just a few point deficit. Of course, Jones County was a bit too much on the back end of those sets, but we've seen some steady growth. And, I got to talk with Brian Menning, who's seen just about as much, maybe more Stanley County volleyball than I have. And we both kind of agreed there is some clear and evident progression being made with this program, not just week in, week out, but month in, month out. From what we saw last year up to this point, they're definitely getting better as they move along. And as you look at this roster, as we mentioned, only 2 seniors. There's a lot of sophomores, just a few juniors, and a lot of freshmen that are going to be leading this group in years to come. And starting to see this steady progression is good signs for TJ Dragasset and her coaching staff along with her program. So now for tonight's match, set number 1 went to Jones County 25-15. As we mentioned, there was a 10-point lead in this first set that could have very easily been stretched out larger, but Stanley County got some good play. Now, Brecken Hubner did not play a majority of that first set, but she was used in bunches in sets number 2 and number 3. But we did see some good service from Nyla Keefe to get Stanley County back in that first set. Set number 2 also went to Jones County 25-17, but another great example of Stanley County staying in the match, staying in the set, and continuing to just kind of hang around. It didn't result in a win, but it is confidence builder when you can say, hey, this is one of the upper teams in the state. I know it's not a Harrisburg or even a Kadoka area, but when you look at the Jones County schedule from the teams that they played in the regular season, it's a lot of teams that have more wins in the column than they do losses, and they played a lot of tough opponents in some of these invitationals. That kind of just adds on to what you can find in terms of building when you have different teams that you're playing that are playing at the levels of opponents that Jones County has been playing. But also for Stanley County, these good opponents that they've been playing over the past couple weeks is really going to help them come postseason time. They'll have to pull an upset with whoever they get drawn to, but like we said, seen a little bit of progression, and hopefully they can carry some of that momentum and good play into the postseason. I think, keys to success, if we were to talk about postseason for Stanley County, I think, like we talked in the early going, getting Brecken Hubner heavily involved and Jerea Walker. Obviously, you see the athletic talent from Addie Deal, but it all comes with the sets. You got to have good setting, and I think all good things coming together at the right times for Stanley County. Who knows? That's why they play the game right. Go in there, Lady Buffs, and make some noise. We know Jones County's certainly going to make some noise. It'll be interesting to see who they will be facing off with, because this is a good Jones County volleyball team, and they proved it here tonight. But Stanley County also proved that they're pretty good themselves. They've got some good talent up front. They've got Timber Hansen along the back line who can cover a lot of ground, and they have just got some great athletic talent all over the place. Final set 3 went to Jones County 25-14. Again, it was the same case of just kind of back and forth throughout the set. Jones County able to find more kills up front at the net, and they were able to get this 3 straight set victory and close out the regular season on a high note. Well, before we get to our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game segment, we want to remind you to download the DRG News app to make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. Much nights like we did tonight and like we will have on Thursday night. We've often got multiple broadcasts going on across our airwaves. So download the DRG News app. You can bounce around from game to game, and it will make your listening experience much more streamlined and much more enjoyable. And boy, do we have a big slate coming up Thursday night. Pierre Governors will kick off their postseason schedule against T-Area on River 92.7. Brian Oakland will have that coverage for you on Thursday evening. That will be a 6 o'clock kick, and coverage will begin around 5:30. Harriet Selby area will be on the road in Coleman Egan. That will be on Star 91 Thursday evening. Coverage will begin at 5:40 with Spencer Gosh. I'll be in Fulton with Sully Buttes at Fulton area on KMLO. Coverage there will begin around 6:40, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Same story for Phillip and Ipswich on KPLO. Their coverage with Darren Boyle will begin at 6:40, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Well, it's a great sight to see for the Lady Buffaloes who are celebrating with Brecken Hubner. The whole team lined up along the backboards. and she's holding up, influencing that 500 kill, which, is not totally correct anymore. She had a couple kills here tonight, had a nice match, but congratulations to Brecken Huebner on senior night, getting the flowers that she deserves and being able to celebrate with her teammates, and it's all smiles for the Lady Buffaloes. All right, let's hand out some hardware. It's our Bauman Lumber Player of the Game segment. Before we decide who's going to be the player of tonight's match, let's hear a word from our great friends who sponsor our Player of the Game at Bauman Lumber.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials and affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road, Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
And it's hard to pick a direction for our player of the game tonight. There's so many that qualify and, well, quite frankly, should be going home with a T-shirt, but we've only got one. And tonight's Bauman Lumber player of the game, like we said, could go a lot of different directions. Addison Rankin made some unbelievable plays tonight at the net, a lot of great kills, as did Aubrey Tucker and Sunny Valberg. We mentioned the great play from Brecken Huebner up front, along with Addie Deal and Jerea Walker. But I think kind of an unsung hero for this Jones County squad tonight, and I'm sure throughout the season, has come from J.C. Jensen. The setting that she did tonight really helped her teammates in Sunny Valberg, Aubrey Tucker, and Addison Rankin, and along with Mallory Bernard, really get a good feel and get some good opportunities and some good looks so they could make the flashy plays. But, J.C. Jensen, she kind of reminds me of the offensive line of a football team. You never hear about what they're doing unless they do something wrong, and J.C. Jensen didn't do much wrong tonight. She was everywhere she needed to be. Some great sets and some great kills that led from some great J.C. Jensen plays. So congratulations to J.C. Jensen. She is tonight's Bauman Lumber player of the game. Well, a lot of folks still hanging around here, but those of you that are on your way home or just getting into the car, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds you to text or drive. There is no and. You've got someplace to be. We want to make sure you get home and don't want any texting and driving going on. Nothing good comes out of that. And a big thanks to all of our great sponsors here who made broadcasting high school volleyball on KGFX possible. Our pregame sponsor at Bank West, and of course our Keys to Success sponsor at Buff Nation. Our law on the field and law on the court at the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection. AgTegra for sponsoring our timeout. CHS for sponsoring our halftime, and Family Dental of Pierre and Gettysburg for sponsoring our postgame show. Big thanks to all of our other great sponsors at Access Health, Pioneer Country Mart, Moore Building Center, Murdo Family Feuds, First of Fidelity Bank of Draper and Murdo, Avera Health, First Dakota National Bank, Access Health, the Stanley County Booster Club, Lander Auto Parts, Oahe Federal Credit Union, Bauman Lumber, Burning Electric, and Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union. One final look at our Wegner Auto scoreboard. Jones County Coyotes taken in 3 sets, 25-15, 25-17, and 25-14. For Brian Menning on the camera, for Haley Hansen back in the studio, I'm Justin Coward saying so long. Have a wonderful Tuesday night, everybody. Stay tuned for playoff posting and matchups on drgnews.com at the local sports page. Have a great Tuesday night, everybody.